I may be, well, let me say it like this. There's a chance that I might be going down a rabbit hole with the free weight bench press here. I did it last week, last Monday, and I actually kept my ego in check. I didn't go too heavy in terms of like the reps. Although I really wanted to, I'll be honest, I really did want to throw on some weight that I could get for a good 5 or 6, which is pretty heavy, really heavy when you're trying to cut. But I didn't. I kept myself in line. I worked up to 335. I think I did 10, 8, and then 9, something like that. So, I mean, there's a chance here, and actually a really good one, that if I can keep myself in line, like I said, and keep myself from going too heavy while I'm cutting, that I will do free weight, flat barbell bench press, maybe for some months, and we'll see what happens. I don't want to get put any weight on here that I can't get for at least 8. At least 8. Now, you guys know sometimes on the first set, say I get 8 reps, and then by the third set, I might only be getting 6 or 7. So that's kind of where I'm gonna have to figure out if I'm gonna be willing to accept that. Um, but I don't know. I think I'd prefer the first set being around 10, 11, whatever, and then the third set being around 8 or 9. You know what I mean? So we'll see how it goes though. I'm actually pretty proud of myself for not going too heavy, as I tend to. Well, I always want to do, but I tend to kind of fall into that trap, and I typically do it. So I don't know why. I am extremely thirsty today. Shit. Okay, let me keep warming up, and I'll probably just work at 335 again today, unless I'm just feeling pretty strong. We'll see. All right, let's keep going up. I almost forgot. Well, I didn't forget, but I almost forgot to bring it up. This is the final week of Olympia prep for all the guys doing the Olympia, and um, for anyone who's a true fan, as I am, it's pretty exciting. Before I come in here, I watched Wesley Visser's. He did a shoulder workout with a I don't want to get the ethnicity wrong here. I think he's Korean or something. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I think it was a shoulder workout though, shoulders and arms. I think they did. And Wesley is looking pretty shredded. Not gonna lie, looking pretty crazy. But I still think it's going to take something really special to beat Chris Bumstead, unless he just comes in, not like the Chris Bumstead we know. You know what I'm saying? If that happens, then sure, a not so special package could beat him. Something that's really good but not special. But if he comes in as a Chris Bumstead, of the last 4 or 5 years. Like I said, it's gonna take something very special to beat him. Um, so yeah, I still have Chris Bumstead winning Classic, and I still have Wesley in second. And then the overall, the Open, I gotta say, man, like what I've seen from Derek Lunsford, and I know it's kind of easy to pick the repeat champions, the guys who won last year, unless you just see something that you know informs you to pick someone else. But man, what I've seen from Derek, he's looking nuts. So I know I said I had a feeling that Samson was gonna pull it off, and he still could. But I made to change that, and like my finalized pick be Derek again. So Chris and Derek are gonna be the winners of their divisions. And honestly, those are the only two I really keep up with. So maybe I'm not a diehard Olympia fan because I don't keep up with all of them, but I'm a fan. So yeah, I have Derek winning open, and I still think I'm gonna put Samson in second. So and then Hottie third, probably Andrew Jack fourth, and then from there I'd have to look at it again, um see some more recent pictures and videos from all the other guys, but that'd be my top four. And since Nick Walker dropped out, which is crazy, it's crazy. He would have been my top five, but obviously that can't happen now. Anyways, let me do another one. Man, my elbow does feel a lot better. I don't want to jinx. I shouldn't even said nothing. I probably just fucking jinxed it. Well, at any rate, let me throw 315 on. I'll do a nice single, maybe a double if I feel like I need it, and then I'll be pretty much ready. We'll do the first one after that. It's pretty easy to say my elbow's not bothering me that much when I only do 2 reps. We'll see how it starts to feel when I start doing sets of 10 or whatever I get. Hopefully, pretty good. I don't want to be too negative here, but I do feel a slight something that's telling me it might flare up a little bit. So we'll just wait and see. But yeah, I'm gonna go up to 335 and see what I can get. This cut has my energy down significantly, so I may have to pull up that speech that motivational speech I was listening to yesterday. Try to get me going here, man. I'm just not gonna lie, kind of dragging my feet right now, and I don't like it at all. So yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. Fuck. Okay, I got 10 like last week. Yeah, but it moved not a lot, but it moved a little slower than last week. I felt it. I noticed it. So I'll still do 2 more sets. It just might be rough. But that's never stopped me before, so fuck that, dude. I'm gonna do it anyways, unless I feel something bad, other than like just the weight moving slower, or you feel weak, you're tired, is not a legit excuse, in my opinion, to stop something. It's just not. And I don't have an actual, you know, injury excuse. My elbow was hurting a little, but I am not gonna do that. I'm not gonna fucking, take weight off or move on to something else just because it moves slower. Not doing it. I still did 10 though, so that's, even though it moved a little slower, I still did the same number of reps. So I mean, actually, if you think about it, it's a little bit better. All right, let me rest probably a good another 3 minutes or so, and then we'll go again. Whoa! Talk about talk about a close call. I almost had to throw my ass in that one just to get it up, but I got it. That was that was brutal though. This next set might be. You know what? I'm not gonna say. I'll just do one more. Whatever I get, I get. But that last rep on this one was, that was something. Close call. Yeah, like I said, let's do one more. Oh, God. Uh, all right, let's do a drop set. I kind of suspected that to be shitty. Let's do a drop set. Shit, man. Like the fact that I'm kind of weak and tired, low energy from the cut. Like despite all that, the first couple sets actually They moved slow, but they felt pretty good. And then that third one, you guys seen it? Kind of like it was like running into a wall. I just luckily the drop set made up for it, so we're done. Let's move on. I think it's time to change the shirts. Yeah. One more. If you stick to training long enough, you're gonna find there's points. Let's just call it in your training life where some moments in time it's gonna be easier. It's gonna come natural. You're gonna have tons of energy. Um, Maybe you have things going outside of the gym in your work or personal life that are great, and it kind of has you uplifted, feeling great. Um, and then sometimes the opposite can be what makes the gym go great. You can have some stuff going on negatively, and it just fuels you. You go to the gym, and it's just awesome. Kind of fuel yourself with those negative thoughts. Um, but then there's other moments of time where, and I've found like no matter what you do, outside or inside of the gym, there's going to be some times in your training life where it's just a grind. You're dragging your feet, and a lot of it is because I'm cutting. So I'll just say that up front. But you're dragging your feet. You're very tired, lethargic. Um, but like I said, it could be things outside of the gym, external forces. Sometimes sometimes forces you can't control, and it really tests you. It's going to test how committed are you really to training and to achieving your goal or goals. Most times plural for people. Like how committed are you really? Because when you hit that point and it's almost to the point where you don't even want to, like it's hard to even get out of bed. Um, that's when you're really going to be tested, and that's really when you're going to find out how much you actually want this. You know, and that's going to apply to anything besides like other than the gym. You know what I'm saying? Other goals that you might have, whether it's making money or whatever. Just throwing whatever. But it really, you're really going to find out a lot about yourself, and if you have good, true character, you're not gonna let that shit hold you down. You're not gonna let it stop you. You're just gonna let it motivate you more to do whatever you have to do to keep getting better, keep that one foot in front of the other, like I said yesterday, and basically just don't let anything stop you. You know what I mean? It's pretty much what it is. because right now I just feel like, honestly, I just feel like taking a nice nap. It's one of those days, you know. It's just one of those days. But like anytime I feel like that, I just ask myself, do I really want this or not? And as soon as I ask myself that, it's almost like someone slapping me in the face, knocking some sense into me. Immediately, I'm like, okay, I gotta quit dragging my feet and fucking get through this workout and make it good. Not just get through it, make it good. You know, every workout, every rep, every set needs to be good. Oh, okay. All right. All right. I want to make sure I don't neglect my upper chest today, so that's what we're gonna do next. Between this, like this will be the only upper chest movement that I do today. But a lot of you know I train chest twice a week, and here lately I've been doing it 3 times. And on Thursdays I always start with incline bench press. So between that and these 3 sets here that I'll do with the drop set, probably that's enough upper chest for most people in one week. That's like, I'll do anywhere from 7 to 8 or 9 working sets of upper chest. So that's usually enough for most people, and it's enough for me. So that's all I'm gonna do today for upper chest. So like I said, it'll be 3 sets, probably with a drop set. If I can make it through, we'll see. Uh, oh. Whew. Okay, other than like my chest being on fire and my whole body just kind of wore out from these or from the set and drops that I did. Other than that, I'm kind of getting like a second wind. I feel a little bit better now. See, this is why it's important. Again, I have two exclusions. If you're deathly ill or if you're actually physically injured to the point where you need time off, you can't just push through and grind it out. Other than those two reasons, this is why I feel like it's important to push through if you're just like a little tired, you're just a little sore, you're a little exhausted. Um, I mean, so many reasons, you know what I mean? But I feel like this is why it's important to push through because most of the time, I would say 99% of the time, you're gonna when you're done working out, if you push through, you're gonna be very, very happy that you did, and you're gonna feel really good about yourself, and it's gonna make it easier most of the time to keep going. You know, even if you're having trouble, like if you've had trouble sticking to training and working out, the more you can learn to push through when you're tired, the easier it's gonna get. Now I know that sounds kind of obvious and simple when I say it, but it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, you can say it, but until you actually do it and get in a routine of doing it, you're just gonna keep saying it. You're gonna be all talk and nothing, or you're gonna kind of fall back into the same pattern of training for a couple months or however long you typically make it, and then having a falling out with it again. Until you learn to push through, that's probably what's gonna happen. So it's very important. All right, since I got a second wind, I was gonna stop here, but I'm gonna do one more exercise. I was gonna stay here and like do an X press or something, but I kind of want to just move on from this. I mean, don't get me wrong, they're really good sets, but I've done enough here. I've gotten what I needed out of it. So I'm either going to go to that chest press machine they have here or the pec deck. We'll find out here in a second. All right, I think I'm going to finish with what I did the past two Thursday chest and tricep days. Now I'm going to do a kind of a superset chest press and then go straight into the pec deck. But instead of doing it three times, I've been normally doing three sets. I think I'm only going to do two because normally on Thursdays this will be my third set. But I've already, or not my third set. This will be my third exercise for chest. I've already done three exercises for chest, so instead of three, I'm only going to do two. But because of that, since I'm only doing two sets, I'm going to go up 20 pounds here than what I normally do, and I'll probably do the same on the pec deck. Um, so I won't get as many reps. That's fine. That's totally what I'm trying to go for here. All right. Okay, the drop set was totally unplanned, but it just felt right. So I did it. And now I think I'm done. No, scratch that. I know I'm done. And if I do say so, pretty gnarly chest pump. So let's go check it out. Oh, yeah, this is a song right here. Okay, recap real quick. Well, do I even really need to? I mean, bench press, like I said, the first couple sets were actually, I want to hear myself talk here, were actually pretty good. Third one, I kind of hit a wall. Um, Made up with it with the drop set. All the flies that I did on the cables. I will say the upper chest flies that I did, for whatever reason, felt better today than they normally do. Normally, it's the ones where I'm kind of coming down, hitting the mid and lower chest together. Usually, those are the ones that feel the best. But it's kind of flipped today, which, I mean, whatever, it was fine. Both of them were still pretty good. And then the two sets on the chest press machine and the pec deck kind of capped it off. First of all, it gave me a great pump. And, well, really, that's it. That's it. It gave me a great pump. So, kind of capped off this chest workout. Perfect. So, I mean, what else is there to say? Let's pose. Fuck. Honestly, that second win that I got, I lost it already. Whew. Trying to make it through that posing was it was something. Like I was gonna pass out a couple times. I gotta get used to and get better about that. Honestly, oh my God, look at the back of my shirt tucked in. Okay, as I was saying, I do need to get better about that, but I haven't really cut hard in a little bit. I don't think I just gotta get used to it. Okay, let me go do my other 12 minutes of cardio. Oh, make sure I'm in the shot here. Be a total of 24 minutes cardio. I'll be done. Get out of here and be back tomorrow for back and biceps. That's it.